With recent discussions about how the 2020 Lakers have broken up too early, it's time to revisit that whole summer. In this video today, we are going to investigate all the suspects, events, details that led to the 2020 Lakers breakup. Let's first go back to the summer of 2019. When the Lakers made a trade for AD, the league was heading in a new direction. That same summer, KD had chosen to build his own legacy with Kyrie in Brooklyn. Kawhi had teamed up with PG in LA, and Harden chose to pair up with Westbrook. Gone was the era of the super team, and the league was seemingly heading in a new direction. 2-star duels. Now, if we go back to 2020 October, the Lakers have just won the championship in the bubble, in dominating fashion I might add. Rob Pelinka wasn't satisfied and reloaded the Lakers by replacing Danny Green, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee with Wesley Matthews, Marc Gasol, Montrezl Harrell, and Dennis Schroeder. A slight eyebrow was raised though, however, when Dennis Schroeder declared to the media that he was done with coming off the bench.
I thought it was like he was sarcastic. No, he's not sarcastic. This is for real. And he capped it off by saying that his agent presented these demands to Rob Pelinka before he agreed to sign.
However, all was forgotten when the season began and the Lakers lineup flourished. They were the favorites to repeat again as champions, and they were heading into a game against the 3-6 Rockets on the road. Now, the Rockets had a very different offseason to the Lakers. They had just acquired John Wall in the offseason, and James Harden is nowhere to be found. The Lakers this game was on fire, and I mean on fire. Bucket after bucket after bucket. LeBron James then pulled off one of his signature moments.
In your career, but there is an art to that. LeBron James.
They're cutting up now. They're cutting up now.
Lakers and LeBron James tonight. He scored the last 7. He's just having fun with Houston right now. Corner 3. He's got 17 points.
This game was obviously incredibly frustrating for James Harden, and he had this to say in the press conference.
We're just not good enough. I literally, have done everything that I can. The situation is crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed. So, yeah.
2 days later, James Harden was traded to the Brooklyn Nets, forming a new super team of Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. Now put yourself in LeBron's shoes for a second. Just when you thought you'd had finally outlasted the KD Warriors, another KD super team forms on the horizon. In a league that was ran by tag teams, the Brooklyn Nets are choosing to zag and build around 3 stars. The Lakers, however, had no signs of slowing down, going 13-3 in the next 26 games, including 7 straight wins, before they had to face the Denver Nuggets. Now this game in many ways is a foreshadow of the seasons to come. The Denver Nuggets beat the Los Angeles Lakers, but more importantly, this was the game that AD suffered his first major injury as a Los Angeles Laker.
Sometimes when a player does that, it looks like they almost bump knees.
Now, in the next stretch of games without AD, the Lakers struggled. And the Lakers had one game against the Brooklyn Nets at home. And Kevin Durant wasn't even playing in this game.
3 consecutive seasons scoring 30 points or more. Here it comes. Great acceleration for
and the Lakers were being blown out in the fourth quarter. And I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but I specifically remember LeBron James and Anthony Davis having a discussion on the sidelines as the game was way out of reach. It just looked like to me that they were trying to solve the Nets, and a moment of concern. They've been the favorites all year, but this new trio is going to be a problem moving forward. However, despite the rocky start, the Lakers steadied the ship with 4 straight wins to have the season sit at 28-13 before facing the Atlanta Hawks at home. At this time of the season, LeBron was the favorite to win the MVP award, and the Lakers were the 3rd seed in the West, only half a game back from the Phoenix Suns. However, just when you thought it couldn't get worse for the Lakers, it does.
One of the key components to the Lakers winning a title. LeBron, down he goes, and he grabs his ankle. LeBron with his right ankle, and he's hurting.
And this was probably LeBron's most frustrated reaction to an injury. I mean, just look at the way he walks to the bench here. Lakers without LeBron and AD try to stay afloat, and they end up being the 7th seed heading into the play-in. The play-in becomes this legendary game. LeBron and AD are both back at this point. LeBron gets poked in the eye and then infamously hit the game winner where he saw quote-unquote 3 rims and he aimed for the one in the middle.
Tied up by Green, throws it back up top. James puts up the 3. Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from downtown!
The Lakers then proceeded to face the Phoenix Suns in the first round. The beginning of the series had all the makings of a LeBron series. The feel-out game in Game 1 where the Lakers lost, comeback in Game 2.
Davis a screen, wide open 3, good! LeBron!
And a decisive win in Game 3.
7, spins off of him. LeBron hangs, the reverse is good, and look at the Lakers.
Game 4 looked like more of the same.
Nugget, who was acquired from the Bucks early this season. McLemore, 3-pointers good.
That is until Anthony Davis got injured again. And this time he would not return. The Lakers proceeded to lose that game. And in Game 5, the Lakers just looked completely outclassed by the Phoenix Suns. And it was clear the Lakers just offensively didn't have enough. In Game 6, AD was cleared to play. Unfortunately, within minutes of tip-off, AD was injured once again. The Lakers were ultimately eliminated by the Phoenix Suns. This would be the first and only time since 2011 that a LeBron James team has lost a playoff series after going up 2-1. The Nets, on the other hand, with Kyrie injured, were a mere KD foot on the line away from advancing to the NBA Finals. Heading into that offseason, the Lakers had a philosophical question to answer. Do you try and match Brooklyn's 3-star build, or do you continue to build around the aging core of LeBron and AD? On paper, the philosophy of a 3-star build is especially compelling for a team that is often injured like the Lakers. If one of your stars gets hurt, you still have a chance with the other 2. This concept was especially evident at the time by the Nets. Despite their stars' injuries, having 2 stars always available allowed them to stay afloat during the season, and in the playoffs, it allowed them to stay competitive and make a run. Contrast that to the Lakers' struggles whenever AD or LeBron are sidelined. The Lakers ultimately decided that it was time for them to pursue a 3rd star. The Lakers also had another problem on their hand, Dennis Schroeder's new contract. Earlier that season, Dennis Schroeder declined a 4-year $84 million extension and said that he just wanted a number that was fair. Now, coming off a disappointing playoffs run, the Lakers are even more reluctant to extend Dennis Schroeder's contract. With all this in mind, replacing Dennis Schroeder with a superstar point guard became the Lakers' priority.
Almost every team I've talked to in the league has been offered some combination of Kuz and KCP, sometimes both of them, one of them, and that's not going to get them back a point guard of Dennis's stature.
According to Eric Pincus, the Lakers had 3 roads to go down. Plan A included the likes of Damian Lillard. Plan B was Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul. Plan C was Buddy Hield. But after Dame re-signed, it looked like the Lakers were going to strike out. On July 21st, it was first reported by Mark Stein that the Lakers were interested in trading for Westbrook or Chris Paul. However, with these talks stalling over the next few days, Pelinka pivoted to Plan C, Buddy Hield. What likely have happened from here is that LeBron and AD got wind that Rob Pelinka is settling with Buddy Hield. LeBron and AD likely then pursued Russell Westbrook. The trade to the Lakers quickly materialized after that.
Would I have preferred Buddy Hield? Yes, but LeBron's like, nah, in order for us to get to where we need to go to challenge the big 3 in Brooklyn, we need another guy, a surefire guy that we can count on.
But to Pelinka, this was a good ending as well. Russell Westbrook was Plan B, Buddy Hield was Plan C. Lakers just didn't know that Russell Westbrook was available.
If you find people saying that, like, oh, well, Russell Westbrook was just a LeBron James thing and it was just Anthony Davis, like, no, let me know. And I'll at the very least, I'll let those people know that you should know better. Rob was very much in on Russ.
In 2024, looking back at the Russell Westbrook situation, Dave McMenamin reported that, quote, sources told ESPN that every member of the organization involved in the Russell Westbrook trade, including James, will admit they misjudged it, owning part of the blame. But I think we're missing something here. Something in the big picture with the Lakers. Wait, let's go back to the 2020 finals again.
And that's it, it's over. This historic 2020.
No, a little bit earlier than that. Okay, right there.
Look who's in the starting lineup. Alex Caruso.
There's one person from the 2020 Lakers core we haven't discussed yet. A starter in the game that won the championship. Alex Caruso.
Up to Caruso. Alex, yes!
Caruso was a fan favorite. The Wall Street Journal declared him the LeBron of playing with LeBron. Why, you may ask? Because he is statistically the greatest fit LeBron has ever had. When looking at the net ratings of all LeBron James teammates while sharing the floor together, Caruso came out highest, and it wasn't close. Their net rating of 18.6 was also the highest in the league. This wasn't by mistake. In the same article, Caruso claimed that he began already studying LeBron's game while he was in high school to understand how to be a better role player. Caruso that offseason has expressed a desire to return to the Lakers as he, quote, relishes competing with LeBron James. LeBron James, on the other hand, reportedly felt the same. So what happened? Why did Alex Caruso leave for nothing? Especially now that the Lakers are building with 3 stars. You must remember this was the old CBA back when there's no aprons. If you wanted to build around 3 stars, it was incredibly important to retain as many salary slots on your book as possible to build out the rest of your team. This was something that the Warriors had perfected.
While the Warriors were down these last couple of years, winning no games, they kept spending money because they've got it. You don't just have to beat the Warriors on the court, you got to beat their checkbook, and nothing away from Andrew Wiggins tonight, but this was a checkbook win for the Warriors.
The Lakers, by letting Dennis Schroeder and Alex Caruso walk for nothing, means essentially they had to build the roster around minimum contracts. It is often framed that the Lakers made a mistake by choosing THT over Alex Caruso, but that's a little bit misleading because the reasons were financial. Don't take it from me, listen to the man himself.
We made an aggressive attempt to re-sign Alex Caruso, and we made an aggressive attempt to keep Talon. And that's the thing with unrestricted free agency is you can be in the mix, but players, control the ultimate choice.
So essentially, we got that offer, went back to LA, asked if they could do the same, said no, asked for something else that was a little less, said no, and said, okay, well, if that's what it comes to, I'm ready to go to Chicago and start the next chapter.
And to expand on this, did you know that the Lakers actually saved money by trading for Russell Westbrook and now Buddy Hield? Here's Zach Lowe from ESPN to report on the situation.
Well, look, the Caruso decision was a tax decision, right? And even the Russ trade was the tax was not a consideration because Schroeder plus Hield plus KCP plus other role players was probably going to end up being more expensive than Russ, even though Russ makes a massive amount of money. Yep. And look, you can sit here and quibble and say, how can you worry about the tax when you have LeBron James approaching age 37? Like, you should be all in to win now. They worried about it, and that's their prerogative.
The Lakers, by 1, choosing a star that didn't fit, and 2, by not spending money to build out a competent roster, was left with a team that was not only bad, but couldn't make any trades because of the lack of mid-sized contracts. All in all, the Lakers breaking up the 2020 roster was a perfect storm that led them to galaxy braining a roster that had just won a championship. And it's crazy that looking back, this was arguably the moment that started it all.
Roles in your career, but there is an art to that. LeBron James.
They're cutting up now. They're cutting up now. They're having too much fun now. They're cutting up now. No, man, you can't embarrass me like that. Stop it. Wow. Did you see that, G?
Yeah, I saw that. He went hibachi on him.
Nice finish there on the other end.